I love the old Super Twin! Good. Alrighty, I just realized I kind of could have just switched over to this any second, but welcome to 239 Tonight, week number 10. We're here with the final 4, and I'm here with the one and only, the peanut butter to my jelly, the angle to my dangle. I want to have an intro that I continuously use, and I want that to be like what it always is something like that. I just like introduce you. So anyway, I'm here with Cosmic Fade. Cosmic. Say hello to everybody.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Just out here sending it.
And then
239 Tonight.
Oh, yeah, 239 Tonight. There you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
We got some special guests tonight. We've got none other than Master Shitgun. I'm calling him Shitgun because this man made us lose a game earlier today when we were up. I think we were up 3-1 or 2-1, whatever it was, and he turned it over twice on our blue line or their blue line for them to get a breakaway, and we lost the game with like 3 seconds left. So. Just going to call him Shitgun for the remainder of the night, but great guy. And we're also here with the host of the Sunday Spotlight, Kinky PB. How you guys doing?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Fantastic. Doing fantastic. What about, well, Cosmic, I mean, you can answer it, but.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Better now those games are done.
I'm going to get straight to inviting you to a threes game. But anyways, what's first, guy?
So, what I want to do today is we're going to be talking about, of course, the aftermath of the 7 Taves and the Wanderer series. And then I want to talk about the Hut Heroes versus the Wanderers. And the last topic I want to talk about is the Pirates versus Victoria's Secret. And, of course, you're on Victoria's Secret, so we're going to – that's just going to be a different topic we'll talk about in a different sense, I guess. But what I want to do is I want to open this up to Kinky right away. Just Kinky, not Shotgun yet. I don't know if Shotgun's even with her right now.
Yeah, he's listening.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to ask you personally. I know you were the 7 Taves cheerleader because Shotgun was the goalie. What happened? Tell me what happened in Game 7 there, and not even just Game 7. How did the Wanderers end up taking that entire series? How did they come in and take arguably the second best team, if not the best team in play, in rankings, and beat them in 7 games?
Well, honestly, I know we've been hearing it a lot. Playoffs are just a completely different beast. How people play, especially people like McVegan, in normal season versus playoffs with the experience, it really does make a huge difference. So I know that's a big part of it. And plus, I mean, communication kind of fell apart at points, and, that really costed a lot.
They'll tend to do it in the playoffs. No communication, no wins. It's kind of how it works.
So did it become like one of those emo moments where, not more of emo, actually, let me rephrase that. Was it more of one of those moments that it's like everyone's so serious and so intent in the moment that having the fun and everything that comes with playing NHL kind of went out the window and it became too serious and that kind of screwed with it?
Yeah, I could see that way. I mean, there really wasn't any emo in Party, but when it gets to be so serious and when it goes from having fun to it's so serious you're no longer having fun, you get tense, and that really just changes how everything happens.
Absolutely. Now, Shotgun, let me ask you the question before I go to Cosmic here. Let me ask you, because you played in the game, you played in all 7, and you were goalie for all 7, correct? I just want to make sure everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is something that you noticed in the series that your team lacked, and something that the Wanderers brought to the series?
The Wanderers brought McVegan. He played really well, and what do you got? Our defense did struggle a little bit. I know I didn't have the best series. Like there's some saves I could have made, and a particular person. I'm not pointing out names. I'm not. At the game 7 of OT, wasn't exactly playing on a face-off, and McVegan just skated right around him. Now, the story is that this particular person was sending a message to another particular person. I'm obviously not gonna name names, but I know that might have had something to do with the result. But again, the Wanderers came out hard, and we just didn't have enough fight back.
So long story short, the Wanderers came out and fought hard to take all 7 games, but then at the end, Agent started messaging DJ something, and it messed with Game 7, and that's what happened. So, all right, got that then. Cosmic Fade, you watched it just like I did. Impressions on the series, what happened?
Oh man, it was a hard-fought battle all the way to the end, and I really enjoyed watching it. If no other series are really tight checking all the way to the end, I think that might be one of the series of the playoffs, to put in a broad spectrum. But other than that, oh man, I mean, I know me and you were in the same party, and even though Agent kind of got burned by sending a G-chat message, whatever, McPlayoffs really turned and burned whoever their other defenseman was. I think it's Giordano. Absolutely walked them and then just tucks it in. That's like, I know I score a lot of like crazy goals, but I really don't bring it out in playoffs. Like, I don't think I've ever scored like a super like highlight reel goal in playoffs. But for McSwagger to do something like that, that was just phenomenal. To put in words, like I was shocked about that. Like that was one of the cleaner windmill dekes I've ever seen. Just to put it to the backhand and finish it in Game 7 overtime. That's crazy.
Like you said, you and I were both in a party, and I know you wanted Seven Taves to win due to the matchups, but I think we both were kind of rooting for the underdog at the same time. And then when McSwagger scored that goal, you and I were both like, "Oh my god! Like what a goal!" Like it was beautiful. Like you said, it was a great goal, especially for a playoff goal. And I mean, congrats to the Wanderers. And now, what I want to say is that if you go back and listen to last week's 239 Tonight, we talked about this series before it happened, and we said the way the Wanderers would come out with the win is if they go in Game 1 and shut down the style of play the Seven Taves plays. And I mean, I spoke to Agent about it, and I also said, like I said to him, you guys, like Seven Taves didn't play their game the way they should have the first night of the series, which I think sets a tone for the whole series. It kind of throws you off a little bit. So, for instance, like we said it, we were like, if they can throw Seven Taves off their game, off their usual way of play, I think the Wanderers could take it in 6 or 7. That's what you and I both, I think, agreed upon. And I think that's exactly what happened. And, I mean, it's a congratulations to the Wanderers. I mean, Agent kind of got memed himself for saying you'd be sad with anything else but a sweep. So, I don't know what level of sadness it is now, to the point that, you know,
he's been pretty quiet the past couple of nights, if I remember correctly. Like I haven't heard a word from him.
I've played some Xbox with him. He's
just
openly talked about it. Yeah, he's openly talked about it. It's been nothing bad. He's a good sport about it. But what I want to touch upon is the whole message thing. I feel like some details are being left out somewhere, because from the context of what I've understood is DJ sent a message to Agent first about something that happened in the game, and then Agent was messaging it back. And apparently it's about someone either dropping or something like that. It was something of like what you would actually talk about between captain to captain. And apparently while Agent was replying back to DJ, sick goal, DJ was replying to Agent. Fuck me, sorry. Agent was replying to DJ about it. Sorry, I just got so distracted with Kosmic's beautiful free goal there. But while Agent was replying to DJ about that, like what was going on, that's when Swag scored that game winner. So in my opinion, if I was a captain or an admin, I probably would have reviewed the situation maybe, and I would have probably said, okay, we might need to do something about this. Because the thing is like, it sucks. It shouldn't have got to 7 games, but Wanderers fought hard and 7 Taves didn't show up to play. But it's a game 7, it's overtime, and these two captains are messaging each other about what's going, about possibly restarting or doing whatever because of someone dropping. Like, I feel like that's a moment where you might have to look at it and go, okay, that was what was happening. And if it's clear as day, Agent's standing still, and that's what he's doing. I mean, I haven't watched a replay on it, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Maybe it is deserved of a restart. But I was just surprised I didn't really hear any talk about it. I didn't know if admins were talking about it at all or anything. I just feel that kind of sucks for the team. But at the same time, I guess just know when to send a message and when not to. It also falls on the responsibility of Agent there. But either way, it is what it is. It happened. And congrats to the Wanderers for winning the series. If anybody else has anything they want to throw in on it, be my guest.
Yeah, it was I think what happened was if we're naming names, Johnny Blaze at the beginning of overtime, or at the end of the 3rd period going to overtime or something like that, he lagged out and he was in the penalty box. So the compy wasn't on the ice. So DJ sent him a message saying, "Hey, Blaze dropped, so are we starting the overtime period?" And then as soon as he sent that message, Agent was responding back, and then he tried to use his pause that he already used. And then Swag comes down the ice, scores one of the nicest goals I've ever seen, and ends the series. So
see, I think there it kind of sucks. I think with it being a game 7 and it being overtime and that happening, I think all of that is in the moment. It's kind of like, I think one year the Stars were playing Buffalo in the Stanley Cup Finals or something like that, and it was a kick-in goal or something stupid, and the team had already started celebrating. I think the Stars got off the ice. Or as vice versa. It was either Buffalo got off or whoever it was. The other team got off the ice, and they were reviewing it, and it literally was no goal. But because the celebration had already been going on for like 20, 30 minutes, they just let the team keep the Stanley Cup and everything. And it just, I don't remember what year playoffs that was. It might have been something stupid, like 2005 or even before that. But I just think that's one of those moments. Go ahead.
I know what you're talking about. It was the Sabres made into the finals, and the rule at the time was if you have 2 feet in the crease or something, and you're right on top of the goalie and you score, it doesn't count. But he had 2 feet in the crease and he scored the overtime winner, and
they just started celebrating, and the whole celebration took over it and everything. And I think that's something comparable to what can happen now, because I think any other game, any other time, you're gonna see captains protest that. I wish maybe the problem would have been known a little bit more, so maybe admins could have done something about it. Because I'll tell you right now, if I was a captain and that happened, I don't care if you want to call that emo. I don't care what the hell you want to call it. I'm gonna bitch and complain, and I'm gonna supply. I think Agent was even streaming too, because he normally does.
Yeah, he was.
You literally could just prove all of it and be like, this is exactly what was going on. I even tried to use my pause, and I mean, Agent's a admin, and so is DJ. So if you just have all the other admins make the decision, I think it's kind of unbiased, but I don't know.
think Agent's an admin.
I thought Agent was an admin.
No way. I don't think so, at least.
I don't think so.
Oh, no shit. My bad then. But either way, I think DJ's a good sport too. I think DJ probably would have been yeah, I understand. It's hard because it's the playoffs. Celebration already happened. Swag scored a beautiful goal. Everybody in the league was already celebrating. At that point, what do you do, you know? So I think that's just the shitty part, and I don't know. If I was an admin, I probably would have reviewed it, but maybe that's a good reason why I'm not one. But
yeah, I mean, based off of what you're saying, as someone that was sitting in the party and watching that happen right next to me, it was the same exact original gut feeling of well, what do you do now? The video showed clearly Agent didn't move until Swag was already practically. I mean, he was already long past him at that point by the time he picked up his controller and started moving. So, but it's one of those things where, everyone's already celebrating. What do you really do at that point?
Exactly.
So all things said, I agree it shouldn't have gotten there, but it sucks that it had to go that way.
Mm-hmm. Shotgun, what about you, buddy? I know that you played for 7 Taves, so you're probably agreeing that maybe it should have been reviewed a little bit, but I remember you in the party afterwards, and you were like, I just want to move on. I just want to play like a few little games here. So
yeah, I'm not salty about it. It is what it is. How I can finally retire from that and have Kinky take over, and I don't know. I just want to move on from it.
Fair enough. So we'll go on to the next topic then. What we're going to talk about now is the Hut Heroes versus the Wanderers. We'll stay right on topic with the Wanderers here. Now, we do know that 7 Taves beat the Hut Heroes in the last series of the season. Do the Wanderers have what it takes to beat the Hut Heroes? Kosmic, what do you think?
So as they've shown against 7 Taves, they can definitely hold their own on defense, which is a plus because I think 7 Taves' forward lineup is a little bit more deadly than the Hut Heroes lineup. Maybe not as organized, but definitely more skill based, if it makes sense. But their defense, oh man, I can't speak today. The Wanderers' offense has to again step up big and put some pucks in the net against probably the best defense in the league. I don't think anyone's gonna second guess that. Just with B Crips in net and C-Dude and C-Dub just holding it down with Marty, who's a great two-way center. It's gonna be hard to even get in their zone in the first place. So I mean, again, it's gonna be a fun series to watch because I think the Wanderers is just a whole new, like, after this win, it's just gonna be a big confidence boost going into this one. And again, I think I'm gonna go with my prediction that we did last time. If they come up big in the first couple of games and disrupt the other team's game plan, I think they're gonna be looking okay going into the deeper games. And I don't know if anyone saw in the shout box, but I put Wanderers in 7 before games 5, 6, and 7 started, and I got it right. So I'm gonna stick with the boyos, and I'm gonna go Wanderers in 7 for this one.
Alrighty. Shotgun, what do you got for this series? What do you think? I'll ask you a little bit. I'll ask you that same question. Like, who do you got? Do the Wanderers have what it takes? And then I'm gonna ask you another question after that. So go ahead.
All right, I think the Wanderers can, if they said, like Kaz said, do the same exact thing they did against 7 Taves, just come out and play hard. But the biggest thing is if Isolder or a DJ can play the way he did against us, they definitely have a chance. Honestly, I don't want to give DJ does deserve credit on how he played during the series. He played out of his mind, and he was a huge reason on why the Wanderers won the series. I think if he can literally play that same way, the Wanderers do have a chance. And the best way, at least from what I've seen, to beat the Hut Heroes is just you just gotta disrupt them and to definitely get a cycle game going, and then just go for the dirty goals. That's pretty much the only way you can really beat the Hut Heroes. But if McVegan can also come out and play the way he did, I think the Wanderers can win it in 7. Do I actually think it will happen? It's gonna be close, but
that was gonna be my second question. My second question was gonna be, who are the people in this series? Who's one player from each team that is gonna be the difference maker in these playoffs? If you want to answer 2 players per team, be my guest. Just who are these people gonna be? Who's the one person from each team that's gonna make that difference if their team's gonna win?
No, one is a DJ, and then the other one is McVegan. Those two can play the same way that they did. They played against 7 Taves. They definitely have a chance. And Hut Heroes, Crips, if he can continue to be the brick wall that he has been all season. And I'm gonna go with want to go with Marty if he actually wins face-offs. So I'm just kidding. No, but definitely if Marty can contribute offensively, then the Hut Heroes will win. But if I had to pick, I'm going to say Hut Heroes, but definitely in 7, and definitely a series to watch.
Okay, Kinky, same questions for you.
Okay, this is hard because when I'm looking
We're talking
at
about the
these...
games, not shotgun here, okay?
When I'm looking at these teams and I know how they play, it all really is going to depend on how the Wanderers come out. After watching the games with 17s and Hut Heroes, if they don't come out strong, they're just going to get rolled. So it really is going to depend on those first really 2 games to see how the rest of the series is actually going to go. I don't think it's going to be a sweep in either direction. If I really had to guess, I would probably say... I'd probably say Hut Heroes, but I'd probably say in 6.
All right, and who are your 2 people that are going to make the series? Like 1 or 2 people from each team that you think are going to make the difference?
I mean, I actually think Shotgun got this one straight on because this is really going to come down to a battle of the goalies, and it's really going to come down to, really McVegan really stepping up and just playing at that same exact caliber to put Hut Heroes off of their game. But, as far as the 4 that he picked, I'd say it's really going to be boiling down to those 4 because they could have a really amazing game or they could struggle. And I think those 4, if either way of those happen, it's going to dictate how the entire series goes.
Alrighty. So, Cosmic said Wanderers, or no, Hut Heroes, and wait, what did you say it was?
Wanderers in 7.
Wanderers
That's my
in
guess.
7?
I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay. So he says Wanderers in 7. Shock. I just called him Shock. Sorry, Cosmic.
Gross.
I actually was trying to play here.
I'm slightly offended.
All right. So what did you say it was again?
I said Hut Heroes in 7.
1 and 7, and then Wanderers. Okay, so my thing is that it's all right. Now I'm gonna go on a different spectrum here because you guys have all said the same answers with like the people and everything. No matter what, DJ is gonna be the main person to watch in the series. If DJ can keep his game up and play strong, he can shut down these the Hut Heroes. The thing is, the Hut Heroes are not a team, and you can go in the chat and quote Dalai Lama saying it about 10 or 11 times. The Hut Heroes are not a team that score a lot of goals. They are a team that shut down defensively. So if DJ can keep them from scoring that 1 or 2 goals a game that they score, whether it's a nice spinorama or it's Marty out front or it's a bullshit goal or anything, if he can keep those goals out of the net, now you have the Hut Heroes only being able to play one part of their gameplay, and it's their defensive aspect. And not only do they have the top defense in the league, like Cosmic said, they have the #1 goalie as well. So my thing is that it's going to be so hard to shut down this team. So I'm going to say DJ, but then I'm also going to say, is Rome playing center or is Rome playing defense? I forgot.
Rome should be playing
center.
Rome is playing center. I'm going to say Rome is the difference maker here because
yeah, I was going to mention that.
Like you said, Marty has to win these face-offs, but the thing is Marty's been having a really good season, and I think Rome could be his kryptonite, and that's where I think here that this is where the whole game changer could be. And that's what's scary. But my thing is, I think there's too many moving pieces on the Hut Heroes in order for it to be as simple as, oh, just have them be thrown off their game, and it should be taken to 6 or 7 games. In my opinion, this is not me saying it as the 7 Taves versus the Wanderers. I think 7 Taves is one of those teams that had a lot of luck. I think EA was on their side a lot, in my opinion. Like when I played this series against them as the Pirates, There's a lot of EA goals. That's actually how we lost the series, was an EA goal. That's just me though. But either way, I think the Hut Heroes are a much more sound team, and I don't see that series going to 6. I don't see that series going to 6. Let alone do I see it going to 7. I do see maybe the Wanderers taking a game, so I'm gonna say the Hut Heroes in 5. But I mean the Wanderers can do it. They already proved they can do it against 7 Taves. I mean, why can't they do it again? So I can completely understand where it's coming from. But for the Hut Heroes, you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see B Crips is obviously the main person you got to talk about because goaltending on each team matters. But I'm gonna say Dalai Lama and C-Dub. I'm gonna say those 2 people. And it's because everyone already expects Chelsea to play a certain way. Everyone already expects Marty to have to play his role and everything. And it's like everybody knows that these people have to do their part. I just think you take some people away from their comfort zones and their aspects and see what's gonna happen here. And I mean that's just what I think. Oh, I just got tripped. Is that do I get penalty shots?
It's a penalty shot. Yeah.
You get penalty shots in this?
Yeah.
Oh my Lanta. Do you get to play goalie?
No.
Alright. But that's what I think. So I'm gonna say Hut Heroes in 5. But I could completely I'm not being one of those people that's like, oh, that's necessarily absolutely what's gonna happen. I can completely understand where 6 or 7 games could happen. So that's my thought process. Now luckily that I have some other people here, I will say. I want to talk about the Pirates versus Victoria's Secret. And because Kosmic's, of course, on Victoria's Secret, I'm not going to ask him. I'll ask him like a different question than you guys. So, Kinky, who do you think, number 1, takes the series? Number 2, what do you think? What do you think is going to be extravagant to watch from each team in the series? Not who to watch. What do you think is going to happen? Like what play is going to happen, or what? I'm trying to find the way to really specify it. So number 1, who do you think takes the series? That's the thing. Number 2, what is there to watch for? What kind of play style? That we'll talk about that kind of thing first, and then I'll ask Cosmic some different questions with that.
Okay, as far as who do I think is going to take it, I've been really torn about this. I have been talking to players on both teams today and trying to get their input on what they think about what they have to do to beat the other team. And I've been really torn on which way this can go because it's really going to come down to the play styles on who takes it. Ultimately, if I had to pick one over the other to more likely take it, I'm going to have to lean towards the Pirates. If not only just because, I mean, their offense is just superb, and I can see the Victoria's Secrets, I could see their defense getting shut down by them because of their play style. Like, as you may remember, I was actually wavering for you against the Pirates, the game that you were supposed to face them. And after being in net against them and seeing how they play from a defensive perspective, I can see that more likely to shut down Victoria's Secret than seeing Victoria's Secret's offense shutting down the Pirates' defense, because that's really what this game is going to boil down to, is who can outscore the other, really. As far as play styles, I mean, I don't think the Pirates are going to deviate from what they do best, and they have a very specific type of game style. Where if you watch their games, you see certain specific plays they do over and over and over again, and they just mess up a defense. So it's really that's gonna be one of the main things to watch. Is you're gonna see the Pirates do a lot of what they usually do. It's going to be watching Victoria's Secret trying to adjust to that and see if they're going to be able to regain the control of the puck when they get in those situations and then make it down the ice.
Okay. Shotgun, what do you think?
I've also too been very conflicted about how this series.
Your mic's cutting out. Hold on a second.
Oh, here, hold on.
It's just like, it
How about
sounds
now?
like internet. Okay, you're good. Give it a go.
There we
Alright. I'm also torn about how this series is gonna go. I do think it's gonna go far. I think it's gonna go 6 or 7. Both teams obviously have amazing offenses. Now, to where it's gonna go, I think that I'm just gonna go. Sorry, I'm gonna say Victoria's Secret actually pulls it off in 7. And the only reason why I say that is that I think that the Pirates, yes, they have all their set plays and all that stuff, but I think Victoria's Secrets just has just a little bit more when it comes to it. Because I know Victoria's, you have Kaz, who's obviously one of the best wingers. Then you have Tom, who's showing to be also one of the top centers. But at the same time, though, I mean, you do have the Pirates who have both Luca and DeMarc, who both of them are both very up there in terms of rating. But I think Brick actually will help Victoria's Secret. I know I've been hard on him in the past in terms of what happened on Pale's team, but I think maybe he can turn around. So I'm actually going to say Victoria's Secret in 7.
So Victoria's Secret in 7, and all right. So that sounds good to me then. Kinky, I don't think I ever got the answer from you on who you thought was going to take it and what.
I think the Pirates are going to take it. But I think the more chaotic play style of Victoria's Secret's offense will at least get them 2 games. So I'll say Pirates, but in 6.
Pirates in 6. Okay. So you're saying, so Shotgun, you said Victoria's Secret in 7, and then she's saying Pirates in 6. All right. So Kosmic, before I talk, obviously, I want to ask you what. Obviously, you're gonna say your own team's gonna take it. I want to ask you how many games you think it's gonna take to do that, and then other than yourself, who do you think is going to be a player to watch on your team? And then who is the player to watch on the Pirates? Who is that one player that not only you should be focused on, but Brick should be focused on, Odd Guy should be focused on, Ability should be careful of. And now the thing is, like Shotgun said, you've got Luca, you've got DeMarc, you've got the rookie BTW, and this is an offensively this is an offensive powerhouse line. So, I mean, you got Tomahawk and Net too. You got Nexus and Sniper back there at defense as well. So this is not a shit show anywhere on the ice. Like, they've got a solid team. So who is the one player, or actually, what is it you have to watch out for from these Pirates? And also, how many games do you think it's going to take for your team to take the series?
So what do you want me to answer first, guy?
Your choice. Whatever direction you want to take it in.
All right. So obviously, I'm going to say my team's winning. Correct. I think this is either going to go 2 ways. It's either going to be us in 5 or us in 7. That's how it's going to go. It's going to be we either are
on the us in 5.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that?
So if it's going to be us in 5, it's going to be the first couple of games. We just outplay them offensively. That's just how it's going to go. It's going to be their defense is going to struggle to figure out what we're going to do when we touch the puck, because we have a lot of different assets on our team. So it's kind of just guessing who's going to get the puck next and where it's going to go. And if it's going to go to 7 route, it's going to be easy to pick up on they're shutting us down. Passing lanes are being closed down. They're taking away our options from different parts of the ice. So and they're scoring on us defensively. We're breaking down. So it's going to be a close series either way. I don't think it's going to be like a blowout for either team. I think it's going to be high-scoring games, but very tight, high scoring games, if you know what I mean, like 6-5 games, 7-6 games, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a fun series to watch regardless, but I think the player to watch on our team is definitely gonna be ability. When we played the Diddling Danglers, they definitely should have took one from us. Like, I'm gonna be completely transparent. Ability's still on his head, like he never has before. He did it last year, or not last year, last season for my team as well. He was also there. What ended up happening is we took D-Mart round 1, and his I think it was like Black Flag or whatever team, right? Ended up losing in the finals, and
Black Sails, but that was close.
Yeah, Black Sails, and so even though we lost the series in 6 games, the 1 seed, and we're the 8 seed, ability still was standing on his head, and he's the only reason that we won those 2 games. I think the score was like 2-1 and like 3-2 for the games that we've won. So like Swag, he likes to show up in the playoffs, and he really gets it done when it matters. So he's gonna be my player to watch on our team, and on their team, I'm gonna give it to BTW, only because it's like in the NFL where like your play's over and the guys go over to the Microsoft Surface tablets and they watch what they're doing wrong, and our team has been doing that. They've been and when we've been practicing, we've been analyzing what they've been doing and what they like to do on offense, and we've been doing that in practice games to try and shut them down. And I think Demar and Luca like to do this play where they overlap each other and give each other one-timers, no look behind the back. So we've really trying to figure out ways to position everyone to lock that down. And we're hoping we can really get the head start on these guys and catch them by surprise. So I think that's how it's going to go. It's going to be a BTW. Oh, I didn't even mention why it's him. He's going to have to figure out a way to he's going to have to become the very strong third forward, because I think it's impossible not to agree that he is the third forward to Luca and Diamart. Even though he's very good, he's still not comparable, or not on the level. Not on the level. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Not that he's not as good, it's just he's not up to par.
Well, so let me touch on that. My thing is that you put BTW on any other team, and in my opinion, he is the second forward. If not, you give him a few seasons here, he is the first forward. I played with him. I like the style. I think there's things he can fix up in his game. But I will tell you, he is not a Derek Cortez on forward that lacks and doesn't do something right. He is not a master shotgun at defense who turns over the puck on the blue line and gets scored on 3 times in 20 seconds.
Seriously.
He is another I don't want to compare him to it yet, but he is another esoteric, where he is not the first guy on your team you look at to get you goals, but he's an important part of that offense. That's how I look at it. And SO can score. That's no shots at SO. My thing is, I'm saying is like that's what he's comparable to. You give BTW a few seasons, he'll be looked at that way. That guy's got some skill. He's got some talent. He's going to shoot the puck from anywhere and everywhere, and it's going to be the throw-off that I feel ability is going to have to get him accustomed to after a game or two. And when he gets that way, that's when Luca and Demar are going to strike with their ways, and that's where it becomes scary. So I don't want BTW to put you down in any sense. I don't think that's what you're doing. I'm just saying it for reassurance for everybody. So you're saying BTW, you're saying ability, you're saying Victoria's Secret in either 5 or in 7. Bang.
Yep. Done.
Alrighty. So my players to watch this series are Odd Guy and Tomahawk. And the reason I say this is because Tomahawk I love the guy. I played on the Pirates, of course. I've said it like 18 times. And all I did is I messed with him. I had a good time with him. Great buddy of mine. I still talk with him, of course, now. And I really loved playing with him. He's a really great goalie. I think he is the number 2 in stats right now for this season. And I think even last season, once he fixed his internet, he became a much more stellar goalie. If he can play at the top of his game from the beginning, I think that really is a difference maker for the Pirates, because we already know D-Mart's going to show up. Luka's going to show up. BTW will most likely show up. I don't see why he wouldn't. And then Sniper and Nexus are going to do their thing back at defense. So if Tomahawk shows up and plays the shutdown goalie, the one thing I've always said about Victoria's Secret, and you've been here for every single one of it, is the powerhouse offense you guys have. You got Tom. You've got such a great team there, and it's so hard to shut down every avenue. But because of how defensively Luka and how defensively D-Mart is and BTW even is, and then Sniper and Nexus, and then you have Tomahawk there, with the way they all play is a good way of shutting down the offense. So the thing is, I look at is what matches between the two is goaltending, defense, and offense. I think offenses are very comparable. I think defenses, there's different aspects to both. I'm not going to say one's better than the other because they both have different strengths. And then goaltending, I give it to the Pirates, and that's no shots at ability. I just think Tomahawk is in that better place. So I think you're right with saying ability. You need to you guys need ability to show up. But I think Odd Guy is that guy because however Brick decides to play, whatever style Brick wants to play, however Brick gets those passes out, however level-headed Brick plays, it's going to affect how Odd plays. So if Brick gets too offensive and too aggressive, Odd Guy really needs to be that shutdown defenseman, and he really needs to stay at home, and he really needs to make sure, like, Brick can say he knows everything he wants about defense, and that's fine. Again, I don't take shots at people on the show. I would do it in a party with them just as much. I think Brick thinks he's the star defenseman, and I think he's got some things he still needs to work on and build on defensively-wise. Not saying he's not good. I just think there's things like that. And I think that's where Odd's experience of playing defense in this game needs to step up and kind of showcase what needs to be done and how it needs to be done in order for it to be done effectively. So I just think he's going to be the guy to watch because if he's getting those quick breakout passes, he's playing his position right, he's keeping Luka and BTW. I believe he's on the side BTW will be on. So if he's that guy that shuts down BTW, I think that's what leaves the focus on Luka and D-Mart. And it's just from there, it's all positionally sound how everybody else in your team plays. So there's actually multiple people to watch, and I'd say the team to watch is you guys because we need to make sure that Victoria's Secret are playing the best game they can to withstand the Pirates. In my opinion, it's no shots at you. I love your team. I love the way you play. I just think the Pirates are going to take the series, and I have no idea how many games. If the Pirates play the way they absolutely can, I think it could be a sweep. If they don't play the way that they should play, I think it's going to go 6 or 7 games because you guys are a rigorous team. You guys score a bunch of goals. You guys really kick down a team. Like, as soon as you score 1, you score 2, you score 3. Then you get off a nice angle and you score 4, and it just keeps going. So I think you're right. And I think if you pile on a few goals on Tomahawk, I think you guys take the game because his confidence level goes down. Whereas I think if the Pirates play shutdown defense and get a few of their goals that they can get, I think ability takes himself out of the game. So it's going to be a battle of goaltending and a battle of whose defense is going to be better. That's how I view it. So I do think the Pirates are going to take the series. I have no idea how many games, though. I just think you guys are really going to have to show up and play with 150% to top this team now because it's not the same team you guys played when I was on the Pirates. So I think you guys just got to show up, play your best, and do the best you can. So if you have anything you want to reply with, be my guest, man. If Kinky or Shotgun have anything they want to say on that, I'm all ears.
Well, Shotgun joined his LG game, but I really do think you are completely spot on about it's really all going to come down to Victoria's Secret because we know what we're expecting out of the Pirates. And it's really going to boil down to can Victoria's Secret shake them up enough to really make that difference to bring it home.
Absolutely. I think D-Mart, if you've never had the privilege to play with D-Mart, anybody in here, he's a very level-headed guy. He plays the game so mathematically. It's not about it's not about momentum. It's not about the shift. It's not about anything like that. It's all about he plays the game as in, all right, we're getting scored on in this way. Let's fix this spot, and here's how we can benefit off of fixing that. Other than just getting scored on, like here's a breakout that can happen from that. And D-Mart's very effective with that. He's very good at keeping his team's head in the game. If you're down 6-2 going into the third period, you're like, wow, this fucking sucks. Like we're gonna lose. D-Mart's always right there to be like, hey guys, there's a whole fucking period left. Like keep your heads in it. We can absolutely win this. And I love Luka. Luka's got a positive attitude. The guy is the #1 draft pick this season. He's the top center right now. The guy plays a great two-way system. he's gonna have to show up, win those face-offs against Tom, because Tom is a very effective center. There's plenty of points I could touch on with all these teams. Like Kosmic could dangle out Nexus and Sniper and absolutely embarrass Tomahawk, but he's also got to get through their whole offense if they're playing defensively like they should. So like you said, we all know what to expect from the Pirates. It's what Victoria's Secret shows up and does from this moment on that defines their quote-unquote legacy in Season 5 here. So if you go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off, so go ahead if you had anything more you wanted to add in.
No, I mean, you really nailed it. It's when you look at the teams, you have two very different styles. You do. It's one very mathematical, planned out, head in the game type of team versus Britney Spears blasting just
Disco Dash and Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. Victoria's Secret. So, I mean, obviously, after being in certain games against them, I know what they can do. And it's really gonna depend if they're able to shake the Pirates, and that's really what it's gonna come down to.
Absolutely. And if they can shake up the Pirates' defense to get them shaky, to make that their weakest point, I think that's exactly what they need to do. Because Tomahawk, you get them shaking, you're good. Shots can go in from anywhere, and that's no diss to Tommy. I'm just saying it's just how it is. It's just how it is. Yeah, it's just how it is.
It just is.
So if you can shut down, if you can make their defense feel worthless, make them feel they're messing up, making too many mistakes to overthink their game, that's where Victoria's Secret will thrive. Because you still have a great offense to go up against, but you've now got that second line defense, like the second line of defense there to get to that goalie gone, and you got the goalie's thrill gone. Like, so it's just breaking down each part of the team step by step and doing the best you can to do that. So, Kosmic, is there anything you disagree with what I'm saying? Is there anything you feel that, obviously you don't have to expose any secrets or anything, is there anything you guys feel you have in place to kind of, we already talked about what kind of plays they're going to run and like what you have in place to shut those down, but what are you going to do if you guys are getting shut down? How are you going to fix that? How are you going to keep the team motivation up? How are you guys going to keep fighting in the series to keep pushing forward if you guys go down a game, you go down 2 games, you go down 3 games? Like, what are you guys going to do to keep pushing forward?
See, this is the problem that we've thought about, and it's like, hey, our offense isn't working, because our offense tends to be, I can say for myself, I can either be scoring like 4 goals a game per series, or I can only be getting like 2 secondary assists a game. It's hit or miss. So what we've been doing for like 2 nights straight, we feel like, hey, if we go down 2-0 in the series, maybe we shake the lineups a bit, and our new lineup looks like this. And it's
So is that new lineup going to be starting, or is it you guys going to go with your original lineup, and if it's not working, then change to that?
No, we're going to do it our original lineup, and then if we do, we usually do, like, score a whole bunch of goals on teams, and then come back on defense, and hopefully not blow the lead, you know? We win games like that, you know? It's it only takes one. You only have to win by 1 goal. You don't have to blow the other team out. Okay. So...
Absolutely.
So, yeah, playoffs is going to be interesting. That would be fun to watch. I look to see different people showing up. I know Brick definitely wants to win it all with this team, so he's looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be a good series. Like, I'm going to enjoy playing it, as frustrated as I might be, or as emo as I might be. I'm going to love every second of it. It's going to be a good series. So, I suggest you guys watch if you're listening. I'm sure there's going to be links in there. Odd Guy is going to be streaming it. I'm sure BTW is going to be streaming it. So, yeah, make sure you tune in. But
yeah, you guys just got to show up and fight hard. And listen, I'm actually rooting for you guys. I mean, Dan, if you're listening, because I know you listen to the show, you traded me, so I have to root. I have to root for my buddy Kosmic here, because I mean, we run 239Tonight together. He is the peanut butter to my jelly.
I just got told
actually, I got to come up with a whole new phrase, because Kinky's name is peanut butter, and jelly is just OP jelly, and I don't want to use that at all. So I don't know what I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll figure out something else. But he is the angle to my dangle. He is Cosmic
Milks and
City.
cookies.
No. He is the.
I like the angle to your dangle. I like
that. That's perfect. He is the big save to my bill. That is how it goes. Is this how it goes, Dan? Listen, I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for me. You know what? Greendale Community College making the debut in playoffs. We're done studying. We're coming back. We're winning all 100 games to get ourselves there. It's not possible. We're doing it. I'm playing an enforcer in my drop-in game. I'm gonna beat this guy's ass. But anyway, I want to let Cosmic go because he's practicing with his team. So if you want to peace out, go ahead, man. I don't think there's really anything.
I just got a question for you. This is an open-ended question for anyone here.
Okay.
I want you to pick a number between 1 and 52. What is it?
Oh, Jesus. 52?
1 and 52, you choose. Anyone can choose, to be honest.
Kinky, I'll let you choose. Ladies first.
17.
Okay. Cortez?
42.
So what I'm trying to do is every time I've been doing this since I've been in the playoffs season 1, I pick a new celebration before every series. And there's 52 celebrations in the game. So I always ask somebody, what's my celebration going to be? So we got canoe. We got the canoe where you sit down on the ice and then you row your stick, right? And then you got the deadlift where you guys standing up on the ice.
Okay, I think the canoe is perfect because if you score against the Peninsula Pirates.
Yeah, canoe all the way.
All right, celebration 17 it is. That's Kinky's, thanks. So that's going to be it.
Of course, beating me again. And then this enforcer fights first face off of the game. Awesome. So, anyway, is there anything else you want to add in Cosmic? I know before your series, I know you got a lot of big fans out there, so.
I don't know about big fans, but
listen, I'm a big fan. Even if I'm here, I'm a big fan.
That's what I like to hear. I just got told I'm getting swept on my own show, but it's alright. But
I never said it. I said it could happen.
I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna send it to you. But
if you get swept, what happens?
I'll clip that and I'll still send it to you. So
I've already gotten for everybody here. I've already gotten pre-notion threats from a future captain that I could be traded next season. I haven't even been drafted. The draft hasn't even happened yet. Captains haven't even been selected yet. So no, we're not talking about it. But
no. It's not, when the agent lost this series, I started the chirp train up, and I started sending it his way, and he just wasn't having any of it. I'm like, listen, if I get swept or if I lose this series, I will allow any chirps to come my way, and I'll accept it 110%. But just allow me to chirp the shit at you for now, because I love every second. And I don't even know what happened from then, but it was pretty funny. So I'm open to all chirps, but I'm gonna hope to show up tonight, and gonna be a good series. So I'll do it myself. I'll put the link into the chat, and I'll make sure.
I just want you to know, I don't think the sweep's gonna happen. I'm saying I could understand if it happens. I could see it happen. I could understand if it happens. But I'm rooting for you because Dan traded me in season 5.
And we apparently hold grudges.
Greendale Community College. Greendale. I love you, Dom. I love you. As much as Dan loves to trade me. Anyway, that's all I think we really have to touch up on tonight. Again, I'm going to put it up on the screen. It's the apparently I'm not. Apparently the file's located somewhere else ever since my OBS screwed up. It was going to be the 239 merch. Make sure to go check it out on the website. I believe it's just under merchandise up on the top there. Our 239 store. Go check it out there. You can buy it. And, we should be back next Monday. I don't have hockey next Monday, so I will be here next Monday. I'm assuming Cosmic will probably be here. I believe that's going to be the start of the finals. Am I correct? Wouldn't that be the start of the finals?
Yep, that should be it.
And then
I'll see you there.
Thursday is the last night, right? That's how
I think that's the last one, correct?
Okay. So what I'm thinking of is I know that they're supposed to draft captains at some point. Pick the captains and teams. That might be the week after. I don't know. I'm excited for the next season because I'm not playing, but we got to stay in the season right now that we're in. So good luck to Cosmic. Good luck to the Pirates. Good luck to everybody competing. Good luck to Agent. I'm not trying to kill himself. And yeah, if anybody else has anything else to add in, be my guest. Now's the time. If not, forever hold your peace.
Oh, yeah, Cortez. So, I just got a message from Luca, and he just wanted to make sure he put in his 2 cents and to remind you that you are the best rear dick out there. So.
And I love Luca for it. That's what I love. He is the Sonny to my D. He is the Ron Jeremy to my D as well. That's pretty much how I can compare that. Love you, Luca. Stay beautiful. And yeah, sorry, Kiki. Thank you for joining us this week. I know that was like we were just playing, and Cosmic was like, "Hey, come join us." So thank you for joining.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm always down for pretty much 239 anything, as you can tell from the spotlight, especially if the topic is going to be Victoria's Secret after I got to do that nasty ass write up on them. So I love you guys, but you pissed me off. So
It's what we like to do. It's what we're good at.
that really is. That's as I said. I was trying to say that in a nice way. Is if you can manage to piss them off enough, you might have a chance.
Yeah. As quiet as I might be, I might unload the chirp train sometimes, so be wary of that. But other than that,
yeah. And I mean, if you can manage to pull it out, you'll actually have earned the right to chirp it up a bit. But for now, we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dunner for being the only person in the chat box to type this.
Yo, I just saw that and I was like, "Oh man, this is dead compared to the Throwdown." But I guess it's normal. It's Monday, and there's not really anything to watch. You're just listening. It's like a podcast. You're not really watching it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that and a lot of people are now warming up for big games, unlike a Mr. Kosmic.
I'm actually in the game right now, so.
Unlike Derek Cortez, who was traded to Greendale Community College in the middle of Season 5 for poor internet.
Hey, Derek Cortez, you cannot complain when we're also dealing with the Victoria's Secret night and there's Viper over here being salty because he was traded for Jelly. So.
OP Jelly!
OP Jelly. And another thing is, if we don't win this and if we don't sweep this, Jelly's going to be making his playoff debut. So.
Oh, okay.
Just be wary of that.
I hope to God it doesn't happen.
That's why we're gunning to sweep every series.
I want Jelly to get 3 starts, and I want him to lose because it's OP Jelly. So, all right. But anyway, we're going to let Cosmic go. We've been live for almost an hour now, so thank you to everyone that's joined us this week. We should be back next Monday, 8:30 p.m. EST. Cosmic and I will probably be talking about this week's series that have happened. Maybe Cosmic will be still involved. Maybe he won't be. We already know I'm not, and Kinky's not, so... Yeah, we might have a guest, we might not. We'll see what happens. But thanks for joining us this week. We'll be back. Until next time, it's been your boy Cortez with Cosmic and Kiki. And we are out.